Welcome to Rays of Hope, where inspiration meets possibilities. Join us on this journey as we explore videos that illuminate the path to positivity, resilience, and success. Understand your child's brain. Jean Piaget's cognitive development theory. Curious about how kids think and learn? Jean Piaget's work on cognitive development offers some answers. His theories show us how children process the world around them and change as they grow. Understanding these stages can be a real asset for parents and educators alike. By exploring Piaget's insights, you can better nurture and support your child's learning journey. This knowledge equips you to guide kids more effectively through each crucial phase of their mental development. Overview of Jean Piaget's theory of cognitive development. Jean Piaget, a Swiss psychologist, revolutionized our understanding of how children learn and grow. His theory of cognitive development offers a detailed roadmap of child development and explores how young minds gradually construct an understanding of the world. Stages of cognitive development. Piaget's theory is built on the idea that children go through distinct stages as they mature. These stages reflect different ways of thinking and understanding. Sensorimotor stage, birth to 2 years. During this stage, infants learn about the world through their senses and actions. Imagine a baby discovering their toes for the first time. Simple actions like looking, touching, and listening help them learn. Pre-operational stage, 2 to 7 years, kids start to use language and think symbolically. They might play pretend games, like imagining a broomstick as a horse. However, their thinking is still quite literal and egocentric. They have trouble seeing things from another's viewpoint. Concrete operational stage, 7 to 11 years. At this stage, logical thinking starts to develop. Children can now perform operations on concrete objects and understand the concept of conservation. For instance, they can tell that a lump of clay has the same amount whether it's a ball or a snake. Formal operational stage, 12 years and older. The ability to think abstractly and reason logically emerges. This is when children start to tackle complex problems and think about hypothetical situations, much like a detective solving a mystery. Key concepts. Piaget introduced several important ideas to explain how children adapt to their environment. Let's break down some of these. Schemas. Think of schemas as mental blueprints. They are frameworks that help children understand and interpret information. For example, a child's schema for a dog may include 4 legs and a tail. Assimilation. This is like adding a new piece to a puzzle. Children incorporate new experiences into existing schemas. If a child sees a cat and calls it a dog, they're assimilating it into their dog schema based on similarity. Accommodation. When new information doesn't fit into existing schemas, accommodation happens. This is the process of changing schemas to accommodate new experiences. The child realizes not all 4-legged animals are dogs and creates a new schema for cats. Conservation. This concept is the understanding that quantity doesn't change even when its shape does. It's like knowing that water poured from a short, wide cup into a tall, thin glass is still the same amount. Piaget's insights give us a fascinating look into the minds of children. By understanding these stages and concepts, parents and educators can better support and guide a child's learning journey. Are your expectations aligning with your child's developmental stage? Understanding these differences can be key to helping them flourish. Stages of cognitive development in detail. Understanding how your child's mind grows can feel like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. Jean Piaget, a well-known psychologist, gave us a map to follow with his theory of cognitive development. He divided the journey into 4 unique stages, each filled with its own set of discoveries and learning. Let's explore these stages to get a clearer view of how kids make sense of the world. Sensorimotor stage, 2 years. The sensorimotor stage might seem like a whirlwind of action and reaction. During this period, babies learn primarily through their senses and movements. It's a time when touching, tasting, and grabbing are their tools for exploring everything around them. You might notice a baby fascinated by a colorful toy or giggling at the sound of crumpling paper. These experiences are their way of getting to know the world. Key characteristics of this stage include object permanence. Infants start to understand that objects continue to exist even when they can't see them. Ever played peekaboo? That's how babies learn that things don't just disappear completely. Goal-directed behavior. You'll see babies reaching out for what they want. It's not just random movements, they start coordinating their actions to achieve a goal, like crawling toward a favorite toy. Pre-operational stage, 2-7 years. Next up is the pre-operational stage, where imagination takes flight. Kids in this stage use language to express themselves and build their world. While their language skills are blossoming, this period is also marked by a unique way of thinking. In this stage, children develop symbolic thinking. Playtime often involves pretending and imagining. A simple stick becomes a magic wand, and dolls host elaborate tea parties. Egocentrism. Kids at this stage often see the world from their own perspective. They might struggle to understand that others have different views or feelings. It's why sharing can sometimes be a challenge. Concrete operational stage, 7-11 years. The concrete operational stage is where logic meets the playground. During these years, children begin to think logically about concrete events. They become little detectives, solving problems and sorting out relationships between objects and ideas. Important developments include conservation. Kids learn that certain properties, like volume and mass, remain the same even when their appearance changes. Ever noticed a child's surprise when water from a tall glass fits perfectly into a wide one? That's conservation in action. Logical thinking. They start to classify objects into different sets and can even understand simple math concepts. This stage is full of aha moments. Formal operational stage, 12 years and up. Welcome to the realm of abstract thinking. In the formal operational stage, teenagers develop the ability to think about complex concepts and hypothesize possible outcomes. They can solve problems in a much more sophisticated way. Some defining traits are abstract reasoning. Teens can grasp abstract ideas and think about situations that are not tied to the present moment. They're able to understand philosophical questions and ponder the future. Advanced problem solving. This is when they start dealing with hypothetical problems and scenarios, applying logic to deduce answers much like young scientists. By understanding these stages, parents and educators can better support children as they journey through their cognitive development. Each stage is like a chapter in a book, full of exciting challenges and growth. Watching a child's mind unfold is witnessing the wonder of human development. Stay tuned for part 2, where we'll dive deeper into practical applications and modern perspectives. Thank you for joining us on this uplifting journey with Rays of Hope. Please comment, like, share, and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos that spark hope and empowerment. Until next time, keep shining brightly. Thank you for watching.